And good morning, people. Welcome back to Star Ocean. Till the end of time. Last time, we reconnected with the Milky Way, thanks to Sophia and Maria leaving a little Trojan of ourselves here so we could actually come back. So we can now go to a select number of places in the Milky Way. We did Vanguard 3 last time. We've got done everything we need to do there. So let's do another place, shall we? That we can do. And due to Maria's stuff, we are now registered, and we can use this whenever we want. Sol 3 first satellite, which is Moonbase, Hyder 4, Vanguard 3, Elicoor II and Styx. They're the places we've entered in this game. They're the places that except Sol 3, which is Earth, and we haven't actually landed on it, so. But then again, Fate is from there, so I guess that would make sense why it's there, actually. Yeah. Sol 3 and Hyder 4 are down for maintenance, so maybe they'll come back later. And since we've got administrative privileges, thanks to Sophia, we're allowed to transport to 6, but we're not going there. We don't need to, there's nothing there for us. Possible destinations. Vanguard 3, which we've done, Sol 3, first satellite, Lunar, Moonbase, Styx, or we can fail, actually not transport, but we are going to. We're going to Elicoor II. Because we've got things to do there. And hello to the Airy Hills, where everything is exactly the same. Quite seriously, nothing has changed here. Enemies are still the same. There's no improvements. So, what are we doing here? Well, we're here for some things. First thing I want to do is go into here and talk to Walter for something that's happening at the very end of this little run around of Elicoor. Albel is not here. Seems his travels with you have ignited a spark. So he's gone travelling and training until sweat pours off his body like a waterfall. That's actually a clue to where he is, but we'll get to that later. Now that that's done, and we can go and see Albel now, because if you don't do that interaction first, you actually can't see him where he is. We're going to go and pick up some people. First one is in here. We're going to talk to Rigel, who is the person we need to give the golden curry to. Give her the golden curry. You can eat as much as you want. Yeah, you can eat while you cook. We don't mind that. As for where she's going, Paterni, I think. Paterni has a lot of food growing. It's got lots of different food, so it seems like a good place for her. I will be mixing and matching them all around later, so I can actually do my own crafting sessions. As for anyone else here, there is no one, so we are going to Aquaria next, so I'm going to go up here, take the dragon, that way I'll miss all the monsters. So I will see you in... Did I say Aquaria? No, I'm going to Elicoor. Oh, let's get the right name. Anyways, see you there. So here we are in Elicoor. We've got 3 things to do here. Firstly, we're going into the castle, and we're going up. We're going up here. Now, if you look to your left, as you come in here, there is a chest. This has some smithery materials. I don't need them, but I haven't shown that chest before, so that's there if you need it. As for why we're up here, we need to talk to someone. Someone... who's not seen snow in a very long time. Rarely snows on Earth anymore. Well, it is the future. You would expect the weather to have been sort of institutionalized, I guess, so they could make it snow or rain whenever they wanted in places that they needed. We have, yeah. So yeah, it's not quite as long as as Sophia, but we were doing something a bit different at the time. We were sort of being chased by Elicoor, then here briefly just to pick up our bell and then run off again. So yeah, the snow here hasn't been exactly fulfilling. As for our little option here, we're going to say that she should be a little bit more serious. Our actions that will determine whether or not the universe is annihilated. The reason why I did that is I am reducing her affection with Fate a little bit there, which is actually quite important for later. But that option also increased Nell's affection level. So it's a two-way win for me. Because Fate and Nell and Sophia have a lot of personal interactions in common. Some of the good things that I will say to some of the things I say to one person, both Nell and Sophia will like. That's one of the few that is different, and Nell likes but Sophia doesn't. So that's what I'm trying to get out of them. Anyways, 2 other things we need to do here. First, talk to Cornelius, because he's having trouble remembering things. So let's give him a dictionary. Why a dictionary will help you remember things, I have no idea. So, safe, stress-free workplace. Well, Akrios had a lot of books. It's got a big library, so let's put him there. And it's pretty much stress-free. You've got the waterfalls. You've got a nice view and backdrop. So, I guess he would like it there. The other person we're wanting is in the bar. because there's always someone in the bar you need to speak to. What we're wanting is Lias here. And he wants 28,000 foal, which I am more than happy to give. So we now have Lias in our crafting section. I'm going to put him in Kelsa, because Kelsa's a sort of military town and he's a smither, so I guess he'll like it there. But that's everything we need in Eriglyph now. We've got pretty much everything we need here. We will need to be coming back in the future, I do believe, but because there is another crafter in the area, but I can't collect him yet. So let's go off to I believe Arius would be the best place to go next, so let's go there. Arius we are. Everyone's sort of floating around, but there's one person in particular we need to talk to. This lady behind the shrine here, or the dais, or whatever you want to call it. Millennia. 3,200 foal, so 3,200. Yeah, I think I can deal with that. I could have picked her up a very long time ago, but I couldn't remember where she was. So, yeah. I basically went through every house in my little check-in to see where I wanted to go over for this, so I know where everyone is needed. But, Millennia, first step of a noble mission. I'm going to place her in Aquios, because it's close to... She was in the church here, so let's place her in somewhere where she can do something with the gods, I guess. That's just the way I'm seeing it, but I didn't want to go back in there. For the heck of it, I think I'm going to go and see Claire. Been a while since we've seen her, so Nell's probably with her, because those two are usually inseparable when they're here. Yep, there's Claire, there's Nell. It could take a while. Wars don't go away in a day or a few weeks. Yeah, you're seeing a lot now, and you're seeing how small this planet really is compared to everything that you're seeing. Anyways, that's everything here. And I need to go through the Palmyra Plains again. Woo! Off to Paterni! And here's Paterni. And I do believe our first person we need to talk to is here. Gusto! Let's give him 60,000 foal, shall we? Gusto is one of the better smithers in the game. There is only one better. Him and the other one are makers of the best weapons in the game. The ones that are quality, well, not the best weapons in the game, but the ones that are quality 100 through crafting. They cost a bit to make, but yeah. He's a big fellow. I'm going to place him in Eriglyph. I doubt the cold is going to bother him in the slightest. The other person we need to talk to is in here. Let's actually go through the correct door. And this person here, Evia, who wants 20,000 volt. So we now have these two as well. They come as a package as they're one crafter, but father and daughter. Who are overly concerned with each other more than their own safety. But her daughter, Aquia's daughter is... Avia's daughter, Aqua, is quite sick, so the best place for him, I do believe, is Aquios. It's a good question, but I haven't seen many people gather too much. It is a sort of a laid-back religion, isn't it? But I do believe that's everything for Paterni for the moment. There's a few more people that we're going to have to come and collect. Sort of like this person just through here, actually. Yeah, this person is available, Gossam, but I don't have the option to the item to collect him yet. Hello now. People, supplies, passwords, all the same. So this is Paterni. This isn't a recreation. This is Paterni. I suppose she's checking just to see if we've arrived in a parallel world or something like that. But we're now going to Aquios, because we need to go into Castle Aquaria. We've only got one thing to do here. There's not much available to us at the moment in this area. We're going to speak to someone about light. It might sound a bit odd, but that's what we're going to do. We need to go to the library on the left here, because there's this runologist over here who's got a bit of a conundrum. The light that pierced the sky and destroyed the celestial ship. The light that pretty much saved our bacon when the Vendini attacked. It was travelling in opposite directions overhead when it disappeared. Didn't come from the heavens and just disappeared into nowhere. She's pretty much wondering what her eyes saw. And she's looking to us for answers. But because we're not really meant to be answering questions on that level, we're going to dodge the question. The option we're going to give is we're going to be that light must have been faster than normal light. So we are actually not dodging the question at all. The other two I don't believe are amazing items. But we're going with that one. Visible light only travels at the speed of light, so maybe that's why it looked like that. How could someone behind that object be aware of what's happening? Well, can light go faster than the speed of light? Well, we don't know, do we? We only can see what our eyes can see, and that is at the speed of light. We don't know if it can go faster. At least through straight observation, which is pretty much what this person is limited to. And something being created out of nothing, and light being faster than light, faster than the speed of light, both are logical. Not really. The belief that it's not possible to exceed the speed of light is technically incorrect because, well, it's the future. They have warp travel. They can go faster than the speed of light. And they've already realised that that can happen, at least in Fate's sort of sphere of world. It's difficult, but not impossible. Producing something out of nothing is absolutely impossible, though. Again, not really that true, because, well, yeah, the people of this world, Elicoor II, have runology. It's not actually it's not possible to actually produce something out of nothing, but you can gather little bits of everything from around you, such as the atoms in the air, to create something that wasn't there before. So they're agreeing to disagree with each other, I guess, their own, each other's theories. And there's just too little information to understand what is happening with that light, or the destructive power that destroyed the ships. Observation is key here. Getting your observations from other places, seeing what they saw, getting other theories will help. It will make a conclusion which is more judgmental than anything that one person can come up with, and probably be closer to the truth. And unfortunately, after our little conversation here, all their formula is maxed up and is having to redo all the research. I think she likes her, even though she won't say it probably. She gets to look on for a different subject and look at it a bit more in depth again. Anyways, that's the only thing I wanted to do here. The results of that personal interaction were basically, again, to make Sophia like us less, Nell to like us more. But now all I've got to do is Seferio, which I need to go to, the Mosel Dunes, which is next to Seferio, so that's helpful, and then back to Paterni to, well, show something that I haven't shown yet. So I will meet you in the Mosel Dunes. I'll do the Seferio one on the way back through. Okay, we're in the Mosel Dunes, and you might remember there was a person here, just round this little corner. Barbados, who's looking for a certain piece. So we're going to give him the ancient antique jewellery. He's going to appraise it for us. We are not going to get it back. And because we've given it to him, he is now working for us. Hates staying in the same place all the time. There's two places here, so let's put him in closer. But yeah, that's him done, and I don't believe there's any more to do there for a while. So back to Seferio. Okay, in Seferio we have a chef to pick up of the killer variety. So he wants a sharp knife. This is what I bought the keen kitchen knife for. So we're going to give him one. And we have the best chef in the game. I'm going to be placing him in Paterni. Because it's near Seferio, I guess it's close to home. Right, the other thing that you can do here in Seferio is, if you didn't pick up Roger as your alternate character when you left Elicoor the first time, and you didn't pick up Pepita as your 8th character, you can come back here and you can pick Roger up now. I've got both Nell and Pepita, so I can't do it, but he is in this area, either in his house or here, to collect and choose as your 8th character. So if you are going to be picking him up as that, you need to come here right now and pick him up. One thing I forgot to mention in Acrios, if you didn't pick up Nell as your 8th character when you left Elicoor then, and you didn't pick up Peter as your 8th character, you can pick her up in Aquaria. Just by going in there and talking to her, and you will get her in your party as the 8th character. So those are the only 2 chances you've got to get her.
You gotta be kidding!
I let my guard down.
Thank you. That took a bit longer than I expected. But yeah, so if you're picking up your 8th character and because you didn't pick up Pepita on Moonbase, Aquaria for Nell, Ceferio for Roger, and where we're going after what I'm doing here for Albel. But what I'm doing here is I'm going into this place, the guild, because you might remember that Welch has a certain item for us. Paracelsius table. Fighting. It is basically a fighting game in a game. But since we're playing a game in a game, and this makes it a game in a game in a game. Okay, I'm going to shush now. Anyways, one player versus CPU. You can have a 2-player game. You have 2 controllers plugged into your PlayStation 2, and you can fight each other. 1 person against 2 computer opponents, and 2 people versus 1 computer. All free-for-all. I only have 1 controller plugged in, so I can only do 1 player versus CPU. But yeah, as you can see, Sophia is here, Pepita is here. Those 2 are automatic, which is why I didn't want to show this earlier. You can choose any of your characters. Fate, Sophia, Maria, Cliff, Pepita, Albel, Nell, Roger will be getting a card for later. Adre will be getting a card for later. I'm going to go with Nell, and each button on the pad corresponds to a different outfit. Square is your 3rd option, I believe. Nell is the X is the 1st costume, and Triangle is the 2nd. She does have 2 other costumes, which are the shoulder buttons, but I don't have them just yet. Albel's 2nd costume, and there's his 4th costume, which is the right 1 trigger. So you get to see their costumes if you haven't got the appropriate achievements just yet. And there. But we're going to go with Nell on that costume, I think. Each had 3 different styles: short range, mid range, long range for Nell. Each have a different name for them, I believe. I'm going to go mid range. And let's beat up Albel in his 3rd costume. Balanced, MP or attack orientated, and simple. We're going to go with simple.
You die now.
And we get to choose where we are going to have this fight. The stage that you can go to is anywhere you have fought on before. Anywhere at all. So these question marks I haven't fought in places yet. Yep, even archives. And there are a lot of them. But let's go to the battle simulator. And it's a basic fight. So, yeah, you just fight as you would normally. There's a timer, it's just a battle thing. And she has Shockwave and Lightning Chain, which isn't amazing as a couple. And Shadow Wave as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, but I do believe everyone has the same health as well, so I'm losing this at the moment. And I don't think I'm going to win this. There is one style which I do like because it has mirror slash, I believe. And I need to get my fury back. Yeah, well, I'm going to lose this, but at least you get to see this, I guess. Lightning chain does home in, so... And he has stun on his basic attack. Nice. Yeah, he's a bit annoying sometimes, Albel, which you will see a bit more of in a moment. Oh, that wasn't too bad a hit. And this fight's almost over. So let's try and... There we go.
These worms are a big hassle.
Computer wins, but... Yeah, and then you can fight again if you want to. So that's the Paracelsus table. It's just a game in a game. A fighting game in a game. But anyways, let's actually get on with things that I can do. Where I want to go next is the Ursa lava caves. So off we go. Okay, I'm in the this area of the Ursa lava caves at the moment because, well, I need to map it out and show items. There are enemies which I probably won't show, but like those there.
I let my guard down. Is that all you got? Fire!
Actually, let's show Acrobat Locus. Yeah, not too bad. And if I can, let's show Gravity Bullet. Yeah, it's a slow moving projectile, but it's very persistent. And there's Stone Rain as well. I can't exactly show explosion in this area because, well, it's sort of fire based. I can probably show some other things though. Okay. You know what? Let's show explosion as well. It's not going to do any damage, but you'll get to see it. But yeah, this is the radius. It's a long, really very long build up. And that's the explosion. Does no damage to these because they're immune to fire, but which also why I've got for some reason I've got shotgun blast as well. But yeah, that's explosion. It is extremely powerful, just fire based, and a lot of enemies actually have a great deal of strength against fire. Now, can I actually get to the items in this place, please? There's one. Book of Prophecies 2. Not too bad. Now, moving around in this place is horrible. Because you can only control which way you're going. And actually getting past those enemies was quite nice, because I don't need to fight them. there'll be an enemy there, and I'm past those as well. Excellent. But yeah, that's the this maze little area. It's got Book of Prophecies to it. That's it. But anyways, I need to go and talk to Vanilla, because, as we know, he's a crafter. And he's obsessed with money, so we're going to give him 30,000. Can't stand kids and their grubby paws, so Kelsa's out. There's a lot of kids in Eriglyph. There's not too many in Paterni though. So let's put him in Paterni. But that's that area done. That's him collected. But we're not done here yet. I'm actually doing the 100% while I'm here, which is why I've been pressing my face up against the wall. But yeah, I'll meet you in just a little bit once I've done this section. Now that I'm almost 60% done, through here's the rest of the percentage. But you might remember I said that if you didn't get your 8th character, you can get them now. I've told you where Roger is, I've told you where Nell is. This is where Albel is, but he's a bit different to the other two. The other two you can go up and just talk to. Albel is a bit of a prideful fella. So, yeah. There he is.
You. What brings you worms here?
We heard you were here, so we stopped by.
How curious.
What are you doing here anyway?
None of your business, fool.
Albel.
I see you haven't changed.
Get out of my face, maggots.
Wait,
Something to say, maggot?
the great Albel doing combat training?
Training? Me? Preposterous! Silence, woman!
Whoa, looks like you hit a sore spot. This is hilarious.
Silence, you fools!
I can sympathize. You're not satisfied with your performance. Sure, we've all been there.
Silence, worms! Silence!
Ooh, scary.
Fine. I'm training. And as part of that training, I challenge you to a duel.
Huh? What? Well, wait a second. Why do I have to fight you?
Don't ask stupid questions. To see who's stronger, of course. You or me.
Come on, what's the point of that?
The only point is at the end of my sword, fool. Try not to disappoint me.
So yeah, we're fighting him. Now, there is a battle trophy for this. It is to defeat him using only items. The best option is to go with MP items, such as Tricky Duck Bomb or many others that you can build. The reason why I'm not doing it here is I've already done it, but yeah, you have to fight Albel. This is the only option, only time you can get him. If you don't fight this fight before you go to the Sphere Company in the Lost City, so you go back, you go to the Lost City, you cannot get Albel. This fight is only available now, between coming back here and going to the Lost City. He is not a pushover though. This is why I changed my my sort of setup as well. I don't have air raid on. Dimension doors are pretty good though. But yeah, he has a very strange auto attack as well. He is very weak against shotgun blast, as you can see, but come on, there we go. He's not a pushover, but he's not that hard either.
That was fun.
3,000 experience, 13,000 and a demon symbol. I believe this is the only time you can get that as well.
Damn.
Do not lose that fight, by the way.
Victory is mine, Albel.
Don't get too cocky. Even losers get lucky sometimes. You'll see.
Now, because we've got 8 people, Albel is not going to join us, but if we win that fight, we can then have him as the 8th party member if we didn't get him when we left Elicoor and we haven't got Pepita. So this is the time when you get him. Crossel's up here having a rest, because why not? He's a giant dragon, he's allowed to. I'm not going to tell him what to do, not too many times at least. And now I can 100% this place, but not only can I 100% this place, there's a few items to pick up. This is a dragon's lair, of course he's picked up items. There are 6 rooms, each of them have different items in. 25,500 fold. I don't believe there's any rocks to break in this place though. So let's go into the next one. Some of these items are pretty terrible, like compounding elixirs. There's not really much I can do with those. Okay, into the next room. Making sure I get all the percentage I can, because there are some areas of this place that you still can't get to. I should be able to get 100% though from it. Writing materials and compounding elixirs. So writing materials I can use, compounding no. Free on that side, and of course, because why not, free on the other. I do believe you can fight him again if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I might have a check between the parts just to see if I can fight him again, but it's not really worth it. A couple of writing materials, and we move on to the next one. And more invention stuff, which I will show at the beginning of next part, because it's a bit late now. This part's gone on long enough actually. Right, berries, which is useful because I've been using a few of those. And finally, this room, which I will go in just a second. I want up here. Should actually get 100% in that room as well. So let's get the 100% and then we get the big chest. 160 scale bunny. So that's another 100,000. And our reward for the Earth to Lava Caves. Trading card EX12. Items, valuables, 12. Original and quite odd wardrobe. This is a maid outfit for Sophia, I do believe. This is her 5th costume. The girls have 5 costumes. The boys have 4. All the girls have a maid costume. Why? Because it's a game, and well, of course, they wanted to put maid outfits in, but yeah, you can't actually get the maid outfit as a normal costume in the game on your playthrough through the achievements. They're fighting simulator only. But I'm going to check Albel to see if I can fight him again, and next time we go back to 4D space and to the Lost City, because we need to at least try and save the day at some point in this game. So until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun, goodbye.